Let's talk about that song first. Sounds like it has a spiritual underground.
Well, it's Stevie Wonder wrote the song. I've been actually begging for Stevie to write me a song since he was 14 years old. I'm not kidding. And
but you've never done a Stevie Wonder song?
No, I haven't.
Wow.
I will do his remakes because I love them so.
Yeah.
And I've known him since he was really tiny. But he had promised me, and he's been so very busy with the Spike Lee movie.
Yeah.
Jungle Fever, yeah. And he promised me, so I've been holding the album up waiting for my song. Because we sat down and he played it for me. He said, is this the kind of song you want to do? Now, I haven't done a song like this since I did Reach Out and Touch or Ain't No Mountain High Enough that has... It's the kind of song that comes from your inner feelings. It's like a one-to-one kind of song that has to do with when you want to make a difference in your life and in the world. So it's that kind of song, and I wanted a song. Yeah. I mean, like I was praying for him to give me the song. And it's been very difficult, and he came through.
Somebody said the album was almost finished when he...
The album was finished.
Oh.
We were waiting for my force behind the power.
Yeah.
You know? And he's in Paris, and he's been actually producing this from the Cannes Film Festival where he's been.
Now, how do you produce from long distance?
Well, that's what I said. Well, actually, I think Stevie has that kind of vibration that really, he's got really wonderful people to work with him. And somehow through them, we were able to get the material. And last night, or night before last, I went in to do a video. But the video was really basically done without the actual track. And what you have, we did live when I wanted to do a show with you, but I wasn't sure that I could be ready because the band hadn't really rehearsed it. I didn't know the words. And you guys, the audience made it work. I mean, it's just... I always know if I can look into the eyes of the audience, if I can see their faces, and if they can see me, somehow my energy feels like I'm safe.
Yeah.
And I have this wonderful choir.
Oh,
you know?
Andre and Sandra.
Yeah,
and
my
I
mean, I was like, it's got to work.
Yeah.
Wonderful.
It did.
I thank you. Thank you very much.
Everything seems to work for you. I've seen you in
wait.
concerts. No, it's like you're like everything's so perfect. You never like your heel never goes in your dress and you fall on the ground. You know, has anything awkward and imperfect ever happened to you?
No, people know that. If anyone's seen my concerts, they know that the things that happen, like it was really funny. I fell down once on the stage, and I remember Patti LaBelle saying, "Great girl." You know, it was very funny. I can't remember what it was, but it's like things happen, and you have to. One of the things that I was taught early in my career is to go with what the energy is, and you just have to make it work. And I've done all the things. I mean, I've fallen down on the stage. My zippers have broke on the stage, and I think people really like it when they know that you're real, that these things happen, and that's the way it is.
People do love you more than I saw Patti LaBelle one night. Her eyelash started coming off, and let me tell you what Patti did. This is what makes her the person that she is. Patti said,
"Probably ate it."
She took it off, and she gave it to a guy in the front row and said, "Hold this, boyfriend." And he took it and ate it. No. No, but that real thing works.
Well, first of all, in a sense, even though you're in a fantasy when you're on the stage, there's a real reality, and people want to know that you are like they are. One of the things that's really important to me is when I work one-to-one with an audience. I wish I had more time like I would. Like on the song I have, Reach Out and Touch, when I'm with the audience, that's what makes it all real. It makes it real.
Yeah.
Makes the songs real. It's good.
Yeah. What kind of little girl was Diana Ross? Were you like a skinny girl that got beat up all the time? Or tell me about your childhood.
I don't know if a lot of your audience would know. I'm from a family of 6. I'm the second eldest of 6 children. And I always felt like I needed to be the protector of the family.
You?
Yeah, I was a tomboy. I was.
No.
I'm not the tomboy now, but I was. I have, there's 3 girls and 3 boys, and we were brought up in the Brewster Projects in Detroit, and it wasn't a tough bringing up, even though people think that that might be the case, but to me, family was important in the projects. Every doorway that you would see usually has more than 6 children or something like that. There was always big families out there, and so those things, it wasn't difficult growing up. It was good growing up. Lots of lessons.
And your grandfather was a Baptist preacher?
Yes. My mother is the baby of 12 children. I'm from a big family. And my mother's father was a Baptist minister. And my first experience on the stage was my standing in a church during the 23rd and 24th Psalms. You know, I had to stand up and perform. So I have lots of memories of the church. And this song is very, I say inspirational, but really is quite spiritual when you have a choir, a choral sound, and that really takes you really back. And the song really, this song, Stevie's lyric is, the song is really about, it's a special message from God. In other words, when he writes a song, he feels like it's a gift from God. That that the song really comes through him. So in a sense, we both are vehicles to be able to perform the kind of lyrics that he feels are very important. If you listen to the lyrics in this song, it really is the kind of words about vitality, about making a difference in the world, helping the little man. It really is a wonderful, wonderful lyric. It happened so quickly tonight, you may not have heard all the words, but it's really special lyric. And
we'll buy the album and get that lyric sheet.
Okay. Well, you have pictures of the album, thank you very much.
Right, and we're waiting for we're waiting for some plastic inside and the lyric sheet and a fold out and stuff, you know, that you can put on your wall and all that kind of stuff. And we'll be right back with Diana Ross.
Just because you leave the city.
I was looking at a list of songs that you've done. The word love is everywhere. Endless love, baby love. Where did our love go? Who was your first love?
You know, if you want to talk about love, to me, love has a lot to do with relationships and my love of music. I see it in, I have a 2-year-old, and I see his love for music. You turn on music, and it's just like it comes through him. And I would imagine that maybe that's how I was when I was little. And I love music, and to me, music is all around me all the time. Even my rhythm, the way I walk and all that has a lot to do with the music in my life. And so love of music, my love of family and relationship to me is number 1. Relationships, because I can't do anything by myself. I need all of these people to make it work, whether it's my makeup and my hair, but just relationships to me are really important. And it's, so yes, my baby love means love of my audience, love of the people that care about the work that we were doing here.
But who was your first love, though? Yeah, who was that?
You mean,
that first guy you kissed
man,
behind?
Or are you talking about man love?
Oh, yeah, I should have specified that. I'm sorry.
Smokey Robinson was my first love. I really loved him. You know, I have stories. People think my life or my career started with Motown, but really it started with Smokey. Smokey lived on Belmont. We lived on the same street. I was very close with his cousin, Sharon Burston. And I used to sleep over. You know how kids have sleepovers? At Sharon's house. And I used to listen to the Miracles sing in the basement. And that was before I came to Motown. That was before the Supremes. And to me, I loved him. Because there was a time where when I first heard his record on the radio and I realized that you might be able to sing and make a record, I mean, it was like major time. So I think maybe first love of maybe with Smokey.
Let's talk about your last love. The man that...
in my life now?
Yeah, that you're with right now. How did you meet him? I heard he didn't know who you were when he met you.
Well, he's a very conservative Norwegian. You know, he's a businessman, and he has...
Now, wait. No matter where you go, I bet you could meet a guy in a bar on Pluto. And his Diana Ross, you know, I mean, he would know you. How could this man not know you?
Because he's from a different world. It's a different world, the business world of shipping, and it's a different world. He's from Europe. He said that his friends said that they took him to a concert, but for some reason he doesn't remember when I was with the Supremes. I don't think he really didn't know me. When I met him, it's really nice to meet someone that doesn't really know you, because then if they love you for who you are, and not because of the image or who you represent. So in meeting him, it really was, I think it was new. His child, my husband has climbed Mount Everest, which to me is, you know, it's like ain't a mountain high enough.
Yeah.
And his son said, do you like her? She's Diana Ross. He said, I don't know her, okay? He's got a 20-year-old son. Yeah. And then we met after that. It was like a relationship that began through two people meeting each other. Yeah. The vibes were right. The chemistry was right. It was real good.
And he had his own money.
And his own self-esteem. I mean, he is his own person. He's very secure in who he is, which really makes a big difference in a relationship.
Yeah. You know, like meeting you, and I hear you talking, you're talking about love and all that kind of stuff, and I met you backstage for the first time. I can't believe I'm in this town.
We feel like we know each other.
Yeah. Gosh, especially I feel like I know you. And when you think of Diana Ross, sometimes you think of the kind of publicity that the press might set up, or a Mary Wilson interview on something. What are the misconceptions of who you are? Because I'm finding you to be a different person than sometimes I hear, you know. You always hear about the diva. You know. Really? Yeah, oh, stop.
I think that I have tried very hard to be a private person because I'm raising children. I have 5 kids, and I think it's real important for them to have a foundation in their lives and to have some kind of foundation where all of the wrong things don't come into play. I want them to have a normal upbringing, so I try very much to keep privacy. And I think because of that, a lot of the negativity might come up that I can't destroy. You know, I just say, I'm not going to go and try to... In other words, I am who I am, and people realize that. I think most of the audience knows that it's been 30 years of a wonderful career. At the same time, I'm raising children. I'm a working mother. And I spend a lot of time trying to do the right things about raising my children. And so even though I have a career, and I'm a singer and a performer, and a lot of these things come up, I really kind of just let them be part of the flow, you know, in my life.
I think the question might be a little selfish on my part, too, because knowing where you've been and who you are, I think living in a fishbowl is complicated for a young guy like me, and I'm kind of asking you because I wonder how you deal with some of the negative, some of the lies, some of the things you have to have thrown at you, being in the public eye.
I hope at some point that maybe I will be able to write a book, but I keep thinking that if I write, I'd like to write about the things that have made a difference in my life and make a difference for other people. There's a lot of times I meet young people that say that I've been an inspiration in their lives, and I'd like to be able to talk about how I've overcome some of the difficult times and where I've come from and the way I enjoy my life now. To me, I will rather not deal in negativity, but in positive stuff. That's what the song is really about, Force Behind the Power. If I can do that, that's really more important to me. And it is a battle sometimes.
Does it hurt you sometimes?
You mean what, if someone says something negative?
If you hear something or read something.
If you're in the public eye, if you're a celebrity, you've got to be open to that. It really is part of what that is. If I don't put too much energy on that, I know who I am and what I believe I am. People close to me know that. Most of the audience knows that. You know, and so that's part of this show business thing. They like to deal on that crappy stuff, you know. But it's not who I'm about, and I try not to really stay into that. And mostly, I think I can stay above it because it is love, pure love, it is love. You know, if you can stay in love, it's wonderful.
When the Josephine Baker story came out, now I know a little bit about you, of what I think is real. I always thought you'd end up being the one to do that, because I know... I know you loved the woman's career, and you met her once.
Yeah.
Kind of.
I have a passion about Josephine Baker. It's a passion. And it seems like for some reason this woman must be rolling over somewhere because I'm still so very involved in her life. I've been researching and being involved in her life for maybe the last 10 years. I met Josephine Baker. She walked up to me in a concert. I went to see her perform. She walked through the audience, and she walked straight up to me, and she put her hands in my hair, and she just stared at me and never said a word and walked away. And then it was like something that said, you know, like I needed to do this person's life. I wanted very much. I didn't really, after doing Billie Holiday, I didn't really want to do another story about a person's life, you know. So after this meeting, this kind of energy between the two of us, is as if she was trying to say something to me. And I know that what I've been searching for is a project that is the right project, the right story to tell about her life. And I don't think it's been done yet.
Yeah.
You know, I really don't think it's said it yet. You really don't understand what power and what force that she made, the difference that she made in her life. And I think it's one of the vehicles, it's an event vehicle that I'd like to do, and I still am working on that.
Yeah, other than the one on HBO, have there been others done?
I don't think there's been incredible documentaries done about her life. In fact, you know, some of the information about her, no one's been able to put that on film really yet, you know. Other than that, nothing.
Yeah.
Just I'm waiting for mine, hopefully.
Motown has a film division. Do it there. You should do that.
Yes.
It was very sexy when you pulled your own hair. I don't know what it was about that, but it was, it turned me on, called me sick, smacked me, but it was very sexy when you said, thanks for coming by. And as a matter of fact, can I do that just once?
No, you cannot.
Okay.
Don't touch my fro, okay?
Okay.
You want me to touch your hair?
Well, if you pull mine, I'll pull yours. No. When does the album come out again?
This album, it was supposed to be out like last month, okay? I've been waiting for Stevie Wonder because he's been working with Spike Lee on Jungle Fever. So Stevie's been driving me crazy, but I love him really. The album will be out July.
Okay.
And we're touring, and I really want you to check your newspapers because this is the biggest tour I've ever done. And I'm all over the world this time, and I'm doing really, if I'm in New York, I'm doing every spot in New York. If I'm in California, I'm doing the amphitheater in every spot here.
I got a few spots. It's just, there were so many, I couldn't do them all.
No, read just a few.
Okay. July 25th through the 28th, Universal Amphitheater, right here in Los Angeles. Yeah. And in mid-September, Radio City Music Hall. Yeah. You all will have to just check your local newspapers and find out when The Boss is coming to a theater near you.